Wow, has the world gone crazy or what? And it's all due to like this minuscule little virus. And what I don't understand is how toilet paper is involved with all of this. Like, it's cough and fever. Toilet paper has nothing to do with this, but yet every store is sold out of toilet paper. Come on, what's the deal with toilet paper and the coronavirus? So all jokes aside, this is definitely a very interesting, unsettling time in the world. So there's this pandemic all over the world where countries are in lockdown, whole areas are just completely shutting down. Like here in Pennsylvania, you know, schools shut down, they closed down all non-essential businesses. They're just encouraging people to stay home, not to have gatherings of over 10 people at any given time. And everyone is just panicking. I mean, I can't even go to the store and find toilet paper. Shelves are just empty, things are wiped out. It's just crazy. It gives you this feeling like you're in a blizzard, you know, when everyone's stuck at home and can't get out and stores are empty, and or there's a blizzard coming and, you know, everyone just wipes out the shelves, but, you know, there's no snow here. Anyway, so people are obviously responding to this in different ways. You know, the economy is unstable, everything, stock markets are crashing, everyone's just freaking out. And so stress levels are rising. And that's the thing I wanted to talk about. I thought, you know what, now's a good time to talk about it. Stress. Stress is such a killer. We hear it all the time, but especially with people with IBD issues, stress kills, and it really wreaks havoc on our guts. I know for me, it seems like almost every time I've went into a flare, it's because of some type of stress going on in my life. And so that is something that I take seriously, and I'm trying very hard to just keep stress as low as possible and just learn how to say no to things. You know, sometimes we just have to say no, even though it makes us look like complete idiots to other people, because we know what we can take, and it's just not worth risking flying into another flare that you're going to be fighting for months and months and months on end just because you said yes to too many things that cause lots of stress in your life. So just some interesting facts about stress, just a few. So this one I didn't know about before, but stress actually kills brain cells, but a calm environment permits their growth. And often stress is linked with depression and anxiety. And so that would kind of correlate between those two. But the other thing that hits a little bit closer home here with us on this channel with gut problems is that stress is associated with change in our gut bacteria. And that's not a good thing. It is very interesting when you study into the gut microbiome and gut bacteria is how basically your gut is your second brain. And when your gut bacteria is off, besides wreaking havoc on your gut, it also affects your brain and your mental well-being. That's why your gut is called your second brain, because it affects a lot of things. Your mood, anxiety, depression, that type of thing can all actually stem from an imbalanced bad bacteria. So if we're stressed out, the stress can cause an imbalance in gut microbiome and a host of other things, but then that's where a lot of issues actually originate, is in our gut. And then that in turn can affect our brain, which leads to depression and anxiety, or can lead to depression, anxiety, lots of mood swings, that type of thing, all because of an imbalanced gut. Okay, besides all that, we know that when we're in stressful situations, we have butterflies in our stomach, or we feel nauseous and sick. And all these reactions that we have to high stress is hard on our body, is hard on our system. And those of us that have gut problems, we really think about it, because usually we end up in the bathroom. Stress relating to the gut can make your esophagus go into spasms. It increases the acid in your stomach, which leads to indigestion. It makes you nauseous, and it can give diarrhea or constipation. And that's often what happens to our gut when we're in high stress. So stress definitely is a killer, and it wreaks havoc on our gut. And then also, besides our gut being completely whacked out and dealing with that, our imbalance in gut microbiome or whatever else is going on can lead to brain issues like depression, anxiety, and so on. And so we have to try to eliminate our stress. And that is so much easier said than done. So another interesting thing is that your immune system doesn't work as well when you're under stress. So that's not a really good thing. Everyone's stressed out about this coronavirus, and stress levels are rising, which means their immune system is going down. Not a good thing. That makes them more vulnerable to getting the coronavirus. So amidst of this whole pandemic, what are we gonna do? A lot of us are probably stuck at home because a lot of jobs have been shut down. Just curious, What are you all up to? Leave it in the comments. I'd just be interested in hearing your story, where you are in the world, how it's been affecting your community and your area. Just drop it below, I'd love to hear. But from the sounds of it, this could go on into July and August. And so it looks like we're in for kind of the long haul. I don't think we need to panic about it. We need to just be calm, look at it logically, and I think do the best we can to follow all the tips that they're giving us, to wash our hands all the time, try not to be in too much contact with people, yada yada yada. We've heard it all probably a million times. But the other thing that I would say is make sure we're building up our immune system. There's multiple ways of doing that, but obviously reducing our stress, so we try not to be too worried about this whole coronavirus. There's many different ways of trying to reduce stress in your life. You have to know what works for you, do some research, just try to get the stress out of your life as much as possible, because that will definitely help your immune system, and your gut would definitely thank you if you reduce stress in your life, and that will give it a much better chance of pulling out of a flare if you're in a flare. And so the other thing for boosting your immune system, you know what I'm going to say, and that is bovine colostrum. I've talked about it lots on this channel. But bovine colostrum has a high concentration of antibodies. And antibodies are proteins that fight bacteria and viruses. And it's just full of so many good things for us, for our overall health, and to boost our immune system. And I would definitely suggest, if you're already taking it, take a little bit extra over this whole pandemic thing going on. The thing that I find interesting with the coronavirus is, you know, there's people out there that are so healthy that they can carry it and not even know they have it and give it to other people. So obviously it's a type of virus that affects different people in different ways depending on the state of your health. And some people get mild symptoms, others get very severe symptoms, and others don't even know they have it. And so that leads me to believe that if we can make our bodies as healthy as possible and boost our immune system, we'll be in a much better place if we ever come in contact with it. Yeah, I hope you all stay healthy. I hope your stress levels are low and that you're not letting this whole pandemic, coronavirus, and the whole media and everything that's going on drag you down. But I do believe maybe the panic level is a little bit higher than it should be. But nevertheless, I hope you can keep your stress levels low, your immune system high, and that you can stay happy and healthy and have an enjoyable rest of the week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.